Hi. So, I don't know what Fridays are going to turn into. I put calls out on social media. So, if you follow any of my social medias, even the Facebook page, I'll put I forgot to put one on the Facebook page. Anyways, so, yeah, I did it on Tumblr. I got a few responses, both of which I was somewhat expecting. You can't show your butt on YouTube and whatnot. It's not it's not a defined, like, you must answer by 4 o'clock, yada yada. I have, like I said, no idea what I'm doing for Fridays. I was gonna have like a F-It Friday, or Fitness Friday, or trying to go with alliteration of some sort, but I can't figure that out. I do know that today, at least this specific Friday, the 24th, is the day this movie comes out. And I've been following them on their Facebook page because I've been going absolutely nuts over this movie because one, the main characters were really cute. Second, one of those a little bit hits home more. Like When the Game Stands Tall was just overcoming great obstacle in the face of like crushing defeat, and coming together as a family and, finding time in the darkness. But okay, technically that's any uplifting thing. I mean, this one literally is the darkness. He was he was like the star wide receiver. He can't catch a ball, or he can catch pretty much any ball and run any distance. And then all of a sudden he gets just infectious disease and he goes blind. It just happens. And then it pretty much stopped him from playing football. I mean, how do you play, so the coach comes to him and says, hey, you can play center, and then shows him how to play center, because you really don't need to see. And the movie's about that, it doesn't matter what sort of disability you have. I mean, literally other than quadriplegicness, there's literally motion disabilities that prevent you from playing sports to an extent. When it comes down to, like, sensory, there's deaf kids that play it all the time. I saw one where you've got, he does little hand signals. He reads lips of the quarterback, and he's a wide receiver or a running back or something. He's not like a lineman. And then you've got, who cares if you can't smell? Sometimes you don't want to smell what's on the field, and if you can't see, you may not be able to do all the positions. You can do some, especially when it comes to blocking and you're not necessarily even moving that far, like a center or guards. To an extent, tackles. Not so much tight end, but you could be that kind of tight end. Anyways, mine's got, people consider autism to be a horribly, horribly disabling in some circumstances, especially socially. Well, out of all the various crowds I've been around, be it the gay community, or the Asperger community, or the geeky, nerdy community, or the jocks for football, or the rich, or the poor. You want to know who is the least judgmental? My team literally has been the least judgmental. Obviously they're human, so they have judgment on people, but they have been far more accepting of anything, and most of them are like shocked that someone with autism can go through and, be able to play football, because there is such a social stigma on it. I grant you I'm not on the message boards all the time and I'm, saying, I can do this, I can do that. No, I'm just going out and doing it. Because that's what I would rather do. I would rather go out and live my life the way I want to, doing what I want. It's getting redundant here. And just tell people, yeah, guess what? I have autism. Yeah, guess what? I'm gay. Yeah, guess what? I'm on federal disability because of, anxiety disorder and panic attacks. That doesn't necessarily stop me from, being like a geek. You guys have watched my Tuesday videos. I can nerd the hell out on those. And I grant you, when it comes to football, it takes me a bit to learn. I have to learn in pretty much a lot of different styles, and it's a little slow to learn. Being a receiver is, well, tough. Especially when you get to it at my age. When you've never played before. Wonderful, wonderful confusion sort of happened. They were going to have tryouts. But they didn't.
What happened?
They just said, welcome, now we're doing first day of practice.
Oh,
Like, I signed the waiver and everything.
cool.
Yeah. Then you physically gotta play it. And I can read the routes and I can watch videos about how to run routes and how to get in stance and how to run faster. But I gotta go out and do it. And hopefully, you know, we don't know what the next season's gonna hold, really. All I can do is work my best. And, you know, hopefully that, you know, the disability is not holding me back, because it really shouldn't. I mean, if a blind guy can play, hopefully an autistic can play a receiver, you know? So that's the uplifting thing. Also, you know, look at me. You don't have to be perfect to get what you want. You don't. It's a lie. There are perfect people, but there are, you know, but they peak early, shall we say. I guess that's you don't have to be perfect to get what you want. And, you know, I'm not even like paid by this thing. Go watch this movie if you can. You know, it'll probably give you a little bit of hope. And the main character is really cute. So, anyways, based on a true story and whatnot. Anyways, I will chat with you guys on Monday. We'll have a weekend video. All done.